Morning guys, Monday the 27th of July, as you may be able to see or hear. It's a bit wetter this morning, has been in a little while. See what sort of struck me was the notion of, came to my head when I got out of the car actually. There's no, I can't remember where I heard this from now, but there's no bad weather, only bad gear, so to speak. And so, in a nutshell, it's like, well, you know, if it's, for example, raining and windy, and you're wearing, you know, we'll go to the extreme, flimsy flip-flops and, you know, t-shirts and not much else. Or, you know, footwear that basically isn't that waterproof, then yeah, you're gonna probably feel less comfortable and more bothered by the elements. Whereas I've got me walking boots on, I've got my coat with my little hood I can do up, so that keeps me a bit drier than if I didn't have it up. I've still got my umbrella as well because it doesn't keep out the elements completely. But just even by putting the hood up, I definitely feel more protected and also prepared. It's the other word that came to mind. So I wonder what that means for people in, you know, general day-to-day life. You know, are you equipping yourself, you know, with the right gear for the environment that you're in? And that obviously doesn't, I say obviously, for me, I mean, what comes to mind is it doesn't just have to be the right clothes. It can be preparing yourself physically, so physically more fit, you're sustaining yourself by having a healthier breakfast first thing in the morning rather than eating, you know, chocolate and biscuits then throughout the day because you didn't sort of have the right thing to begin with. Also, perhaps doing some mindfulness, or gratefulness, or breathing techniques to put you in a calmer state. So that sort of, it protects you. When I say it protects you, it gives you a booster. So it puts you in a slightly calmer space to begin with. So even when you are going to experience at different points stressors throughout your day, whatever they are, you'll be better prepared. Your level of frustration, tolerance, won't have started at such a high level in the first place. So even when it goes up, it's not going to be right up at the top generally that quickly. If you're sort of reframing, oh, she's doing another poo. Hold on a sec. Just going to pause and carry on in a second. As I was just saying there, guys, before I had to stop to pick up a nice poo. Preparation and protection. So, for example, you could be reframing how you perceive things, using what I call flexible language. So, you know, I may consider this could be a possibility, as opposed to language like, oh, I must do, I should do, which is, well, I should have done this, I should have done that, which is quite pressuring in terms of the sort of language that you're saying to yourself or to others. So it's just little things like that, which I say little, but actually they do make quite a difference to how you think and feel and approach certain situations. At the end of the day, I mean, you can't get, it's like, can't cover every eventuality, but certainly if we're talking about protection in terms of the elements and preparation, and then I, sort of transferred it to the idea of elements of what you can put in place to develop a calmness, a sense of being able to approach things in a more considered way. And those things in turn, I know I've talked to one of my lives a couple of weeks ago about resilience. So those things, not one by themselves, but when you look at a number of those things together, they're also elements that can build resilience, the mental and emotional muscles. In the same way, there's a lot of talk at the moment about, certainly in the mainstream media, obesity and being healthy, losing weight. Currently they're such as, linking it all to the, not all, but a lot of it, they're saying it's, they believe it will help reduce the risk of contracting, developing COVID, or even if you contract it, that being healthier reduces your risk of it impacting on you in quite the same way. So in the same way that, we're often used to talking about or hearing about making changes in a person's physical regime, exercise, eating habits and so forth, then the same goes for our thinking habits as well. But because they're harder to see, in a sense, they can appear to be less tangible, then I think people don't often think about their mental muscle in the same way. It's just as important, because I think, as most of us are aware, the mental and emotional and the physical are very connected and aligned. Too much of one without the other doesn't make for a holistic whole picture. Takes things to the extremes as opposed to, gaining a balance. So, it's nice sort of thoughts for this Monday, wet Monday morning. What can you do to prepare, protect yourself from the elements? I'm talking about they've got the weather at the moment, but I was considering applying it to the elements of life. What can you do to develop and build up your mental muscle in the same way that people talk about the physical, enabling you to build up and develop your your resilience, so that you're not already at a high frustration. Well, it'd actually be low, to be fair. I'll rephrase that actually. You'd have low frustration tolerance level if you were at a heightened state or a higher stress state, because you wouldn't be feeling that you were able to tolerate things as much. So guys, I love you, leave you. Have a protective and prepared day, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. And it's actually not cold, sort of muggy Monday morning. Hopefully it'll turn out to be a little bit more magical. So have a good one, and I shall speak to you later, guys. Take care, bye.